हेलो एवरीवन, गुड आफ्टरनून, नमस्कार। एग्रीकल्चर अड्डा 24/7 पर मैं मीनाक्षी राठी आप सभी का बहुत बहुत स्वागत करती हूँ। तो गाइज, आज की हमारी ये क्लास है फूड लॉज के ऊपर। व्हाट आर द फूड लॉज, व्हाई वी नीड दीज फूड लॉज, and what will happen if these laws are not there. So all things will be discussed in the class. Before that, who all are new to the session, जो channel पर first time visit कर रहे हैं, kindly subscribe the channel and press the bell icon so that हमारी videos आप तक सबसे पहले पहुँचे. Be the first one to watch the videos. एंड यू कैन डाउनलोड द ऐप फ्रॉम द प्ले स्टोर। आप अपने प्ले स्टोर से ऐप भी डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं, राइटिंग ADDA247। दिस ऐप कंटेन्स करंट अफेयर्स, जॉब अलर्ट्स एंड द क्विज रिलेटेड टू योर सब्जेक्ट्स। नाउ डायरेक्टली कमिंग टू द कंसेप्ट, why we need your laws, food laws, what they are doing to us, right? So we all have heard a name, FSSAI, right? So the FSSAI exam is also near. September में FSSAI का exam है, and the food safety officer for you guys. So the standards which are followed in India are governed by your FSSAI. FSSAI आपके सारे regulations, सारे laws, सारे standards, सारे guidelines को cover करता है. लेकिन first question is why we are in need of these laws. So whatever the packed material you are taking or ingesting, whatever you are buying any food items from the market, how much they are adulterated, are they using the correct chemicals, preservation, concentration, all these things? Wait guys, sorry. That's right. So are they are using it in the right concentration? Are they are using all the chemicals which are safe for us? So who's gonna decide this and who's gonna check this? For these things we need to have the food laws. Okay, so because the nation's growth depends on the healthy citizens of the nation. If the citizen is a healthy citizen, is a healthy mind and the healthy body, gives you the better results, better outcome and a better country. So for the development, for the proper development of the country, for the proper prosperity of the country, healthy citizen is must have, and for that healthy citizen you need a healthy food, and that healthy food needs to be regulated time to time, right? Because humans are so much brained up, like they can adulterate the food and they can play with all the nutritions, they can have the GMOs and different kind of chemicals are added in the food. So for these to check upon, there is a need of your food laws. Okay, so the thing is, who's gonna see, right? So first of all, we Indians, not Indians, every country has their food laws, and if they are not following food laws, there are some international food laws that we'll be talking in the next slide. But the first thing is your food products. Your food products are of majorly two types. One is the standardized food products and the another is non-standardized food products. Okay, I'll be a little bit in a sideways because so that you can just see the whole screen. Okay, so the standardized food products are those products which have been standardized, like how much amount is added to, or how much preservative is added, what should be the cooking time, what should be the temperature. So all the recipe or the procedure for this food has been standardized. So these are called standardized food. Like the biscuits you are taking, the sauces you are taking, all the packed food you are taking, they are your standardized food. Another is your unstandardized or non-standardized food. What are non-standardized food, guys? Those food items which are prepared traditionally, they are not standardized, right? They do not have any specific food standards. They are not telling you like you have to add 1 gram of the salt or 1.5 gram of the salt, right? So they are not standardized precisely. they are known as the traditional food, है ना, the tiffin services you are taking these days, the restaurants or anything. So what they are using in their food, is this food is hygienically maintained or not? So these foods are known as non-standardized food. Okay, so your food may have the two main categories, standardized food and non-standardized food. Every country should have some regulations. Okay, the food law, how to define this food law? Food law is defined as a set of standards or guidelines that governs the process of food production, so food laws, how to define the food laws? Guidelines for the food production, food distribution, food sales and consumption. So not only the manufacturing of the food, but how this food is prepared, how this food is processed, how this food is packed, how this food has been distributed, during the storage and distributed, were the conditions were hygienic, the packaging was right, the sales, the consumption. So basically every step from your field to fork, है ना, the production in the field and the food you are eating in your plate, every step has been involved in these food laws, and every step's guideline has been maintained under the food laws. So if I talk about the proper definition, food law is defined as a set of standards and guidelines that governs the food production, distribution, sales and consumption. Its main objective is to give the quality food to the consumer, है ना? It protects the consumer health and enhance the production rate. So it has two primary objectives. One is to give the quality of the food to the consumer, healthy food to the consumer, and second is to improve the production quality of the your food. Okay, so food laws and regulation, it includes the minimum quality requirement to ensure that food is unadulterated and processed. The minimum quality requirements that this food is unadulterated, nothing has been added in this food, or what should be the minimum quality that they should maintain to sell it into the market. See, India is a developing country, not a developed country. So we have kept just minimum quality standards, not like higher quality standards. कि भैया minimum इतना तो maintain करके रखो if you have to sell your food items into the market. So these minimum quality requirements to ensure the food is unadulterated and they are made in proper hygienic conditions. During the marketing, during the production or the processing in the industries, the conditions were hygiene and sanitized so that no contamination in the food occurs. Because of the contamination, people may get several diseases and like your jaundice, vomiting, diarrhea, these are the most common ones, right? So the hygienic conditions should be maintained at the time of manufacturing and their quality should be maintained, that they should not be too much adulterated that the health risk of the consumer is at risk. Okay, chaliye. Next is your, every country has their own food regulatory works. Either it's a developing country or the developed country. But if the country wants to follow, it can follow the international standards also. If they don't want to make their own food regulators, they can make the international standard developed by Codex Alimentarius Commission, CAC. Okay, the full form generally asked, CAC. So your Codex Alimentarius Commission has given a list of proper standardized functions of your food, how much preservatives, which are the preservatives or the colors which are permitted to be added in how much quantity. So all the guidelines has been given by them and if your country wants कि हम अपना कोई नया rule regulations ना बनाए, so they can follow the international guidelines prepared by your CAC or your FAO, Food Agricultural Organization. Okay, so FAO and CAC are the international authorities which can provide the food guidelines, and your FSSAI is your Indian agency which is providing you the food laws. Okay, the next is your FSSA 2006, very important, right? FSSA 2006. Very good afternoon, Vivek. The rise of your Food Safety and Standards Act in 2006. 2006 में जो आपका ये एक्ट आया था, Food Safety and Standards Act. So this act came because all the food in the market was not regulated before that. So we needed a proper regulation system for the market. So this came in your light, the Food Safety and Standards Act in year 2006. So it is making the convenient by drafting the science standardization and guidelines. All the science based standards and the guidelines related to manufacturing and distribution of your food. This act came in 2006, but it was enforced in 2011. So it was a big gap between your Food Act introduction and the enforcement of the act. It came in 2006, but it was enforced in 2011. This Food Act was looking for all the manufacturing and distribution of the food, their guidelines, their standards of maintaining the hygiene and the ingredients. Thank you so much, Vivek. It protects the consumer health and ensures the production of food quality. So first, its aim is to protect the health of the consumer who's eating the food. Their health should be the main priority area. So any ingredient, anything in the process of processing, in the process of marketing or handling, nothing should be there which is like a risk factor for the consumer. Okay. Then it has regulated the matters related to the import of the food, functions allotted to the authorities, penalties and surveillance. Time to time market में surveillance करना, food testing करना, food samples उठाना कि जो इन्होंने submit किया था, in the starting they submitted, are they maintaining till date the same quality or not? So they can take time to time surveillance, they can take the samples and test the samples. Who all authorities who are the responsible for this testing or guidelines or making standards. So all the authorities, all the surveillance, all your penalties, if somebody is not following these standards, somebody is violating the rules. So what are the penalties and the punishment should be get? So all these acts are coming under your one act, and that is your FSSA Act 2006, right? Then after this, the all other act which comes under your FSSA 2006 Act are your Prevention of Food Adulteration Act 1954. So your food should not be adulterated, and if adulterated, to how much level it is adulterated. Okay. So these guidelines has been given under this act, which is Prevention of Food Adulteration Act. Then you have food product orders. Food product orders in 1955. Sorry, fruit product orders. So all the products related to food, your canned food, your sliced food, your dried fruits, your sausage, your pickles, your jams, jellies, जो भी fruit और fruit से बने हुए products हैं, they come under this act, fruit product order. Okay, so we know this act with the name of FPO, right? Another act is your meat food product order. So all the food products related to meat and the raw meat. So their curing and their preservation, what are the chemicals they are using, they are not infested with any of the contamination, they are not having heavy metals in them. So all these things have been checked in your meat food product order in 1973. Then you have vegetable oil products. All the vegetable oil comes under this order in 47 this order came. So all the vegetable oil and their products come under this Food Act. Then your edible oil packaging, not only the production of the oils but the packaging is very essential. So what packaging you are using and what are the guidelines for these packaging. So your packaging regulation came in 1998, right? Then you have solvent extracted oil, de-oiled meal or edible flour odor. So this act came in 1967. So all the extracted oil, the process of extraction of the oil, what are the solvents you are using for oil extraction, at what temperature you are extracting the oil, is it degrading the nutritional quality of your oil or maintaining the quality, if there are some anti-nutritional factor in the oil, are they removed, like your cotton oil contains gossypol which is an anti-nutritional factor. So this should have been removed before consumption. Consumption से पहले इसको remove करना ज़रूरी होता है. So all these things are looked after in your solvent extract oil. Then your last is milk products order, या नहीं, MMPO, ठीक है, MMPO, milk and milk product orders. This order came in 1992. So all the products related to milk, paneer, cheese, milk, curd, or your dried milk powder, all the your condensed milk, right? So all the milk and the milk product, their adulteration, their preservatives, all these things are using in the right quantity or not, is being washed under this act, which name is Milk and Milk Product Act in 1992. So these are the major acts that you need to study under the food laws of your food safety officer. For the food safety officer, all these laws has to be read by you in complete details, so that any questions from these food laws, their explanation, their strategies, their standards, their full forms can be asked in the exam. So you need to study them all thoroughly and in repetitive manner, because if you will read just once, you will not able to remember them. Okay, so guys, that's all for today's class. We'll meet in some other session with some more information. Till then, I'll take a goodbye, but before going to say goodbye, I'll take you to the Adda 24/7 website and let you know how to enroll in the batch. If you are preparing for food safety officer, you can join Adda 24/7 if you are preparing for food safety officer. So how to join this batch? You can just go on the Google and type adda247.com, and this is your Adda 24/7 diet. Here you can search your batch directly, or you can just enroll in the downwards. So you have to type TSPSC FSO and enter, right? So after this will be processed, you will be able to see your batch, right? So this is your mains batch. Here you can see the mains batch. You can click on the batch, and here you have the description box, which you can read who are the teachers who are taking your classes, what is the study plan, and what are the subjects have been completed here. So all the details have been given here in the description box. So if you feel connected, if you feel desire, आपको लगता है for your preparation for the exam, you need some guidelines and you need to join some teachers classes, you can join it. Just click on here, buy now, and this window will be popping up here. Here you have to write a coupon code. Write Y448. 4 plus 4 8, 4 plus 4 8, right? Y448 and apply. So the fees will be reduced to 77% and you have to pay is 2,974 rupees for this batch, which has the validity of 6 months, and all your exams related topics have been covered by me, Sandeep sir, Hina ma'am. So all the topics have been covered here. Okay, that's all for today's session. We'll meet in the next session with more information. Tab tak ke liye goodbye, take care and have a nice day.